The development of online digital tools in education since 2018 due to COVID-19 pandemic gave the impetus for the establishment of gamification as a means for a better and more efficient understanding of the taught material. In this context, digital escape rooms developed at a more intense pace. This presentation we will consider what what an escape room is, what digital escape room is, the theoretical background behind the construction of and the creation of those rooms, and how I developed this escape room and used it for my course History of Religions. And of course there will be some results among the students. I used this methodology of assessment last year during the course of History of Religions 2, and we will see how we can use it as an alternative way of assessment of the students during the semester. So let's say some things, a short definition about escape rooms. Escape rooms can be defined as team-based live-action games where players discover clues, solve puzzles, and perform tasks in one or more rooms to achieve a specific goal, usually to escape. And of course, this happens in a limited period of time. The use of escape rooms was first identified in 2007 when an escape room game called Real Escape game event for 5 to 6 players and was open to the public in Kyoto, Japan. Now let's talk about digital educational escape rooms. Educational escape rooms are problem-based, time-limited games or activities that require active and cooperative students to decipher clues, solve puzzles, and complete tasks to promote student learning. They are accessible to many age groups and educational settings and are usually based on a theme. The key to any educational escape room is the puzzle or set of puzzles that participants must solve in order to progress through the challenge and ultimately escape or achieve a specific goal within the required time. Now let's see about digital escape rooms. With the development of digital platforms came the creation of digital escape rooms. Digital escape rooms bring the excitement of clue hunting and the joy of puzzle solving directly to students' devices at home or through their mobile devices or school computers. A digital version of those rooms have a virtual room, usually in a Google or a Microsoft website, filled with clues to be found. A digital lock made from an online form, usually Google Forms, you know Google Forms, that students try to unlock. Any topic about the escape room that will attract the participation of the students and appropriate level of difficulty. Easy or extremely difficult depending on the level of the students that we have into our group. I will skip the literature review in order to move forward, and how I give more details in my article. So let's see some basic things considering how I designed the room. I used, there are various models, but I used the 6-dimension model from Clark that contains the topics of participants, objectives, theme, puzzle, equipment, and evaluation. So, some technical issues. First of all, we need to create a Google website. See, this is something easy. Then we need to create a background, a topic, a room, a digital room, and create, let's say, somehow a script, meaning that we need to give some directions to our students. What is about this room? What is happening? Who is the protagonist of the story? What is the goal? What we need to do? Of course, inside the room are some active fields that unlock some elements in order to give clues to the students and help them find out the answer. And of course, inside the Google website, we have also the Google form in order the students to write their answer in this form and unlock the locks. Of course, when they finish and they finish successfully, then a message of success appears to their screens. For instance, the protagonist of the story in our escape room is Nick, who is a student of theology and has to write down a test in history of religions. Inside the room you can see some symbols or some icons that have to do with a specific religion, and when we click them, elements appear. Let's take a look on this website. Okay. Here is Nick, and we give the direction to the students that they need to write their answers in caps locks, of course in Albanian, and always here we let them know how many letters or characters this log has. When we mean letters, we mean you need to write a word. It has 7 letters, for instance. When we talk about characters, this means that we have at least 2 words, because also the space, when we click the space bar, it counts as a character to the computer. So directly the student understands that the answer should be at least 2 words. Of course, we can ask from the students to find out answers with the numbers, but in this case, we didn't need to create something like that. But the most important thing is to check here the elements, because this is the most interesting thing. So here, if we go to the icons or to the symbols, you can see that those things are active fields. And if we click them, we open a new window. So here I have created a riddle. The students read the riddle and they need to find out the answer. So the riddle has to do with this icon. It is very close, the riddle, with the icon that we give to the room. The riddle says, I give direction to the world, I'm a model of the world, I assign proper positions in time and space, I'm a magnetic compass for Feng Shui, in which religions do I belong to? So the students understand that they need to answer that it has to do with Confucianism. So they answer in Albanian, Confucianism, and they find the correct answer. Let's see some other clues. Here it opens, we created a fake newspaper, Dures Daily. So we created an article in a newspaper that has to do with Zionism. So the students need to find out from the article what is the proper answer, what the article seeks and describes, and the student needs to find out the answer. This is a statue of Confucius. So Confucius apparently has a Twitter account and he asks a question in a tweet. So the correct answer here is Han Dynasty apparently. So this is a Hinduist temple. Again, a post from Facebook describes a situation in Hinduism, so we need to give the proper answer. It is about samsara. This is a torii gate in Shinto religion in Japan, and a puzzle appears. The students need to create the puzzle to put the pieces in the correct order, and when the image is revealed, then there is another image that can give the student a clue about what is appears in this image. And finally, this is a stupa It is a Buddhist temple. And this, we have here a dialogue between Buddha and ourselves in a fake iPhone message. And somehow Buddha is explaining the story of his life. And at the end we ask Buddha, what is your name really means? So Buddha needs to tell us what is his name means. So the students understand that this is the answer they need to give. I don't know. The final clue, it is a text in Sikh, about Sikhism. So at the end we have a question, what is the name of this symbol? So somehow the students need to give these answers. If the answer is wrong, let's say I'm writing something, apparently this is wrong, then a red message appears saying good job, but you need to try harder. So the student understands that this is the wrong answer, so he needs to give another answer. So this escape room has a positive attitude to the student, so you don't lose your life, let's say, meaning that Nick is not going to die, for sure, staying inside in the room without water, but at least gives you support in order to help him escape. So, this was a short description of the design of the room. This is the message when Nick, it's party time, when Nick is safe. So let's see some basic things about methodology. About the participants, we mentioned that the students last year of third year of our bachelor program participated in this way of evaluation. The main goal, it was an alternative way of assessment of the students, and our main goal apart from this was also to help the students develop critical thinking, meaning that what they have studied, they needed to use them in order to sing also the images, to understand what is all this about, what is the religion, what is the solution that we need to find out in order to find the correct answers. So the students had around 60 minutes. Each one of them had either his or her mobile device or a personal computer that could solve this puzzle, this escape room. The topic, of course, has to do with the history of religions class. As you realized, it was about the Eastern religions. We have just seen the elements and the puzzles of the room. The equipment I just mentioned to you, a personal computer or a mobile device. And the first criterion on the evaluation of this assessment was the students to solve the room, all the clues. The second criterion was the critical use of the cognitive material after the preparation in the classes. And the final and third criterion was to understand the students' opinion on this new way of evaluation. Let's see about the results. On the first criterion, we should mention that all the students managed, we had 6 students, managed to solve the puzzle, and 3 Nick, 3 the protagonist of the story. The second criteria, we realized that the students understood very well how to proceed with this way of evaluation and understood the material, the teaching material, because their attitude during solving the puzzle was very good. They were asking proper questions in order to understand how to combine all of these new things, because it was a new thing for them as well. So we were very pleased on how they proceed this new way of evaluation, because they need to adjust also to a digital environment. It was something new. It was not the traditional way of evaluation. The final criteria, the students needed to assess how they find out this way of evaluation, and if it is a good practice for other, let's say, topics. Okay, about the overall assessment, you realize that we were very pleased on this way, and they realized that it was an innovative way of evaluation. And as a conclusion, we realize that digital escape rooms can be another useful tool of assessing students. Personally, I use it for assessment, but also we can use it during classes, meaning that we can either ask from the students to be prepared on a specific topic, and then during this way to help them during classes understand better the material by their own, but also before reading the material to put them work as a team in order to understand the new material that we are going to teach them. Also in another way for them to critically think and use the new teaching material, because in this way we're not creating parrots, we're creating critical thinkers. We realized that in this way of evaluation the students absorb better the new teaching materials and utilized the new knowledge by playing, because actually it is a game, it is something different. Thank you very much for your attention.